A big reason many people come to Iceland is that it has some insanely beautiful natural scenery. So of course, on our recent trip there, we had to head outside of Reykjavik to explore it for ourselves. And if you have it in mind to do the same, this simple day trip out from the city will show you an impressive variety of sights, delicious foods, and even some great drinks. You'll want to start your day driving past Keflavik and onward to the bridge between continents. A great sight for any geology geek as you get to see the place where two tectonic plates are slowly moving away from one another. And of course, with the bridge connecting the two, you can say you've technically walked from America to Europe, and well, that's just fun. After that, you'll continue heading south and rounding the coast to hit the Brimketil lava rock pools. An interesting stop to see how all the years of lava flow on this island have inevitably met with the sea. It offers an amazing view of the ocean, and at least when we went, seems to be pretty empty, so you can have the place to yourself. Moving along the coast, you'll eventually hit the town of Grindavik, which you could just drive through, but then you'd be missing out on what is probably, to me at least, the best cafe in the country, Cafe Bryggjan. It's a cozy little place right there on the harbor and is a great stop to get yourself some coffee or a snack before getting back on the road to the next site. And that next site is just a bit northeast at the Krisjavik geothermal area. And this is a pretty cool little place. Well, technically it's the exact opposite of that, but hey, it's just great seeing the bubbling earth and how even a small amount of geothermal activity can change the landscape. The only downside here is that the place does get a bit crowded with how close it is to Reykjavik. So let's continue east and eventually you'll hit the town of Hveragerði, which actually does have its own geothermal park if you want to check that out, but we're here for something better. Pizza and beer at Ulverk. This small brewery is a great place to stop for lunch, having some delicious food and great beer, which you can of course sample in a flight, and fun fact, it's one of the few geothermally powered breweries in the world. With lunch out of the way, you can now jump onto Route 1, which you'll be following the rest of the day, and head to our next stop at Waterfalls. This is an amazing waterfall along Iceland's longest river and fed by a glacier deep in the country's highlands. This is a gorgeous stop, and thankfully, there's a nice trail that will help you get some great views to take it all in. But that certainly isn't the only waterfall to see, as moving along you'll come to the next stop at Seljalandsfoss, which may very well be one of the most touristy waterfalls in Iceland, but for good reason, as it's simply beautiful. I mean, look at it. And to make things even better, you can take a trail that actually goes behind it, just to make sure you've brought your raincoat, or else you will definitely get drenched. You'll then continue along Route 1 for quite some ways, and if you'd like, there certainly are other places to stop at along this route, but for us, the next place is at Solheimajökull, an amazing glacier that does take a short hike to get to, but is well worth it. Just look at that massive sheet of ice. It's incredible, and is one of those powerful natural moments, just seeing how it feeds into the river, carving its way to the ocean. Speaking of ocean, how about we see one of those famous black sand beaches? And well, that's just what you'll get at Kirkjufjara Beach. Yet another breathtaking place, watching the black sand going on for miles, the high cliffs with amazing hexagonal basalt columns, and even though it is crowded, it's just such a massive beach that you can easily find yourself a bit of peace here to enjoy. after that is a short little jaunt into the town of Vik for what is most likely a late dinner at this point at Smithjan Brughaus. This is the place to stop for a burger and beer in southern Iceland. You just can't go wrong here at one of Iceland's newest breweries. It's a great place all in all to sit for a bit, have a drink, and reflect on a day of amazing sights. So with that done, it's back onto Route 1 to head home to Reykjavik, which should only take you about 2 hours or so. But if you have some extra time and don't mind a detour, you may also want to check out Waterfalls, another great waterfall that's north of Reykjavik and has some of the most amazing canyon views I've ever seen. And best of all, it seems to be one of those hidden gems that not a lot of people head out to, which is just crazy to me with how beautiful this place is. And even with adding in that last little detour, you should be back home in time for bed. Granted, it might be 11 or midnight, but hey, with the hours of extra sun you get in Iceland during the summer, I'd say it works. So if you find yourself in the country and in need of a little natural beauty, this is just a great day out and can be adjusted in so many ways, as we did skip over some sites that you might enjoy more. So get out there and explore, my friends. And if you have enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all on our next adventure.